Yeah, guys. Yeah, Gareth. Yeah. Gareth. 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 Oh, Oh, Gareth, how are you? Hey, everyone. Hey, Kasiga. Hey, Mr. Ghost. I'm very good, thank you. I'm very, very good. How is everyone? Is everyone good? Yeah? Great. Wonderful. Let's move on. You can join the free roam, yeah. Alright, let's go. You need help on your heist. What heist is it, these bees? Alright, let's warm up. Let's do this as a cheeky warm-up. This was the heist that me and Rebecca was supposed to do last night, and we never finished it, because... We were supposed to go off early to watch Iron Man, but then I kind of got distracted by stuff. It's fine, though. It's fine, we'll watch it tonight. Gaz? If I got Iron Man to come and beat you up, would you be happy? I hope they add an Iron Man suit to GTA someday, because I would fet Gaz so hard, man. I would take him and I would smash him into the building. Hey, DC. What? I'm not. You about? Maybe I am, actually. To be fair, Gaz is pretty hot. I think he is. I would rate Gaz a solid 3 out of 10. Nah, it's a lie. I'd rate Gaz a solid 9 out of 10. Nah, 9? Gaz, I'll give you a 9, mate. Nah, come on, Gaz. I thought we were G's, mate. I thought you were my G. What's going on? Wow, Gaz. Wow, okay then. Okay. Okay then. I'll just remember. I'll remember that, Gareth. Next time you do that, next time you want help. Said I was a 0 out of 10. I'll remember that. We'll see how much help you get when with your pretty boy that you somehow find. Since I'm so ugly, you don't want my help. He's worried. He's worried. You hear his voice. He's worried right now. Gaz is worried. He's terrified. I found out who his affairs with. Gaz, I seen the text messages, mate. He's getting worried. He's getting terrified. You and your cousin keep getting seen by guards? Or getting alerting the guards? Are you doing it this way, these bees, or are you going in another way? Knock knock, folks, we're arriving. Oh, baby. Opening the... I like how we just open the door, just chill. I like how there's a random wooden door that goes to a, Oh yeah, we need to get a card, don't we? Because we're doing 2-player. Hello. How many preps have you done, Gazzy? You nearly done them all? Which approach you picked? What approach did you pick? Cool. Sub. Sure, guys.
Come in, come in.
Hey, Spade.
Make yourself at home. What's mine is yours.
Oh, yeah.
Acaba de irse. Hace nada estaba preguntando por usted.
Yeah, not the best. He's like, yeah, it's like lower quality, yeah. Oof. Oh, nice guys, you using it now? What, not? Oh, it's on its way. Thank you for the vote, by the way. Sit down.
You find a locked door. By experience, you can also find a key. Good thinking. Always check.
Did she lose it? Nice work.
Hey man, hey, what's up? What's up? So glad you could make it, man. Seriously, fucking A. You're for real, man. Hey man, hey, what's up? What's up? So glad you could
Thank you for the host, Spade, and thank you for the host, Mr. Ghost, and thank you, Kasuga, as well. Nice, guys.
Hey man, hey, what's up? What's up? So glad you could make it, man. Seriously, fucking A. You're for real, man.
Not sure, mate.
You're through. It cannot be far. Good. We made it again.
Burn through that. Yeah, it's so quick coming through down here.
Now for the delicate part. The glass case, bulletproof, shatterproof. You will need the plasma cutter.
If you want, yeah.
Very careful.
Yeah, man.
The problem with plasma cutters, you are not careful, they overheat. I learned this the hard way. Cutting into undersea pipeline, at least you are above the waterline, yes?
Oof. Alright, guys.
Boy, you will have trouble sneaking out with this necklace. It is visible from space, I think.
For us, the longest, ever since I met Spade,
Drainage pipe. You will need
he's always
another way
said
out.
you're. Oh. What happened? It must have been over here, Rebecca, because I was just in the middle of the thing. Oh. Well, that sucks. Well, same reverse cave, we have to restart now. So, GG. No, Spade's not in year 7 or 8. Spade's not even in the UK. Spade is in America. Ever since I met Spade 2 years ago, he's said that. They have killed you for no reason? Really? AF is a annoy boy. I hope they add the ability to spawn where you want to spawn without having to change it. Well, yeah, he's not behaving. He's killed Kasiga for no reason. I doubt it. AF's got a special thing for Kasiga, I think. Like AF loves Kasiga, like legit. Always does everything he can to get Kasiga's attention. He needs to chill. Doesn't matter, guys. Put it wherever you want. Well, then just move it to the nearest location. Use the fast travel and move it to wherever that's closest. Fast travel only costs $2 grand. But where is closest to where you're going, Gaz? I'll show you like where roughly it is on the map. I don't know, guys. Yeah, no worries, these bees. What was that crew message about? Because AF wouldn't stop trying to... He tried killing, or he did kill Kasiga for no reason, so I had to warn him to stop, otherwise he's going to get attacked. Yeah, you have to be careful with the Valkyrie. You can't kill the Valkyrie until after... You have to get close enough to it and also wait for them to get out before you blow it up. Or you have to wait for the aggro on you. So, like, if you go near it, they'll aggro on you and then you can kill them. It's a really dumb mission. Also, because other people can blow up your helicopter and fail the mission for you, even if you didn't blow them up. So all it takes is one guy in a jet coming over and blowing him up when you're just doing something, when you're coming over, and that's it. Yeah. I'm just doing a heist at the moment, Spade. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Not much you can really do about it, unfortunately. It's a terrible mission. One of the worst they've ever added. Definitely.
Alright, see you in maintenance room.
Nice. Muscle memory's getting good. Muscle memory's forming. I like it. Oh, a little bit off though. A little bit off at the end, but it's fine. It's a cool noise, isn't it, guys? I think so, guys.
Tell you about the sewers in my hometown. It was there I first decided to join the Navy. Perhaps it will have the same effect on you. We will see. Off you go.
Really? There you goes one. That's all we needed from that side.
Judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through
No, the other key card's upstairs.
den of strung-out militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan.
Voting for what?
Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault.
We don't need to kill anyone as long as the guy at the end has the key. That's it. We don't need anything else. We can literally just go. We don't need any of this stuff.
This area, Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards, they know their soldiers, and they will know you are not one of them, no matter what uniform you are wearing.
Acaba de irse. Hace nada estaba
Now that
preguntando
the
por
jug's
usted.
dead as well, it's even easier. Oh, he didn't have a key on him. I'm very annoyed. Didn't have a key on him either. This guy, very unlikely to have a key, never does. Oh, he did actually. Alright, well, I'll take it back. He did have a key. The one time! That's the first time I've ever had a key on him. The voting's up in the Discord, actually, already. It's in the current events channel. Oh, yeah, you need to go through the onboarding process, yeah, to be able to do that stuff. That's one thing I do like about Gilded, after all. You've got to use bots to do everything. I think that's both the flexibility of Discord, but also its downfall. You got the pink diamond? Sweet. Yeah, pink diamond's awesome.
He has a fingerprint scan here too? Alright, we follow the usual plan.
Sweet.
Cycle through the partial prints to match the target print, and the tool will do the rest.
1, 1, 2. Yeah, my D-pad definitely... I'm not sure if it's just GTA messing up or what. Yeah, that is the problem, is that we won't know. Is she in work? No, Rebecca's not at work. She's here.
You have cracked it?
Alright, just grab the gold.
Must be close.
3, 2, 1, now.
And here we are. Again.
It's a bit weird, Gaz. Bit weird, mate. Well, that was quick.
How are your nerves? Steady? You will need them to be if you want to get into that bulletproof.
But yeah, anyone who wants to vote in the community awards, as long as you're on a Discord and you're a full-fledged member, you'll be able to just vote in the current events section of the Discord. It's a bit finicky. It's a bit difficult to organize, unfortunately, because of the way the Discord bots work. But I have faith that with their future upgrades, I know that they said they were going to get the GUI side of things ready this side of the year, but they didn't, sadly. But hopefully next time. Hopefully by the end of next year. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. No idea.
Heads up. Fresh cards inbound.
Alright, 3, 2,
You must
1,
enter them
now.
at the same time.
Alright, you take all of the gold that you can, and then I'll take what's left. And then I can... There's art down there I want to pick up, so...
Right. Help yourself.
Hopefully it won't put over halfway. I don't think it will. You'll take about half of it, and then the other half... They'll only give me about a quarter, so... I should be able to fit another painting in here. Yeah. I'll just destroy this camera, just to be easier. Can I never see it? It's like really well blended in, you know. I think it's there. That's really well blended in, jeez. That's a great camera position. You would never even see it. You would never even see it. Right, 3, 2, 1, now. I can't remember what was in the other room. I don't know if it was a painting or gold. Or cash. I need to check before we go. If it's just cash, I'll just take this cash here. Put the art away. Not bad. Let me go over there and see.
Expensive.
Maybe there's nothing in it. I don't think there's anything in here, no. Cash? What, here? I don't think there's anything in there. Yeah. Well. I'll just go back down here and grab the cash from down here. Not a big deal. Alright, that should give us the max that we can take. So about 2 mil again. Not too bad, not too good. Just an okay sum of money. I'm fine with this amount of money. It's not the best, but I'm not here to get the most. If I was, I'd be doing it solo, and I can't be bothered to do it solo every time. Especially when they don't like give us something good. Like they always give us. I've been getting tequila, ruby necklace. I just want something good. Just want something good. And that panther statue is so busted compared to the other one. Like, all the other ones are so low. 900, 1 mil, 1.1 mil for bearer bonds, pink diamond 1.3, Madraza Foes 1.1, and then the bloody panther statue 1.9. Like, why is this such a big jump? Nah, there's no boat spawns. That's a lie. That's a damn lie. There's no bloody attack boats. Hopefully this time it doesn't glitch out. That was annoying, man. Like, we swam away and then I died for some reason, and then it respawned me and killed me, like, insta-killed me. Like, what a load of BS that was. He likes mines. You got the pink diamond, yeah. Pink diamond's amazing, man. I love when I get pink diamond. Good work, though. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy. Hope you make a lot of money from it. As in good secondaries. Shadow513, thank you for following. Thank you for making my day. Because I love when I see Nico and Roman together. Nico! Oh, it's going a bit weird. Like, that's legit like the end of the world, Rebecca. You can see it. It's like pure black. Nice. Yay, we're out of there. Yeah, we're out. We're out. Yay. No snow again. Disappointing. 2 cocaine piles. Yeah, you got mad luck there, Joe. Jeez. You're getting pink diamond plus 2 cocaine. When I did that, I had like 1.7, $1.8 million from it. That was ridiculous. That's really good luck. Yeah, it's acceptable. It's still over a mil, right? I'll take it. About 1.1 mil. Not too bad. 1.14. Take that. Oh, 1.19 actually. Shit. My brain. My math's not the best. My math's best not. What's up, guys? You done with your heist preps? So close. Soon. Patrick, hello. What is up? Yeah, it'll be good when Gaz gets it set up, because then we could help him, show him how to do it stealthy. Maybe he could make more money. You can join. We're just doing solo at the moment. We're just in a solo doing stuff. If you would like to join a solo and do that. What do you mean? Because you just have to know who to kill, Gaz. That's all you gotta do. It's easy. You only have to kill, technically, 1 or 2 people. Although, obviously, if you want to get the key, if you're doing it alone, the key is very useful. So, the key cards are useless, but the key is very useful. Your stealth has got much better on Silent Sneaky and Stealth and KO. Silent Sneaky helped you more. Yeah, Silent Sneaky is awesome. Probably not Spade. We'll be busy, I imagine. Has AF been a good boy now, Kasiga? I'm assuming he has, because you haven't brought him, you haven't mentioned him since. So I'm assuming he's been a good boy. Good, good, good. That's why I like the crew message thing. He probably scared the shit out of him. Rockstar knows? What? Rockstar knows? You haven't seen Yassine or Dean for a long time. Dean is... He has a girlfriend. So Dean has now been spending lots of time with his girlfriend. And Yassine is busy with friends and... yeah, mostly friends. And his and of course his family. What crew message? It was a crew message for people in the crew. That was it. Just telling AF not to be a bad boy. Ha! I'm sure he'd love that. Also, Dean's PlayStation's a bit busted at the moment, so he can't play. So he's waiting for the PS5. You did the high so you did what you did super easy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Once you get it down, that's it. Once you do it, easy money. Exactly, guys. Oh wow. Kicked me out of the game. Yeah, got kicked me out of the game. Probably an issue with the P2P connection. Probably AF. The broken link. So he probably messed me up. Yeah, it was probably him. Yeah. His internet probably cut out a little bit and ruined it for kicked me out too because of the way the P2P connections work. Yeah, well, like I said, Kasiga, I've warned him. So if he does it again, then he's gonna get punished. So I will. Yeah, it's probably connection issues, guys. I'll rejoin in a sec. Have you got the drainage tunnel, guys? You need the drainage tunnel, mate. Guys, it's behind. You know where the villa is? You just jump in the water and then swim over to where the villa is. But guys, you go to the villa in the map, mate. Alright, guys, invite me and then go back to the island, mate. When I've joined, I'll do it for you. Since probably not going to be able to find it otherwise. Yeah, I think it was the message that came up. I accepted you. But yeah, I will. All right. All right. Really? Well, I'm glad you know now. I appreciate it, guys. I'm in the game, so send me a CO. Your headset's now to the top, but it still works. Just put some tape around it. Super glue it. Hey David, what's up? Yeah, gather intel, guys. You can't start the heist. Can you invite me? What do you mean? Yeah. You got a PC today? Ooh. You excited to play around with it? Alright, guys. Sounds good, mate. First thing you did was download Twitch. I mean, it's a good service, as much as I dislike the adverts, but good service nonetheless. This guy's taking a boat. Oh my god. Do you know the Sparrow yet, guys? The first thing you want to do, guys, as soon as you finish the heist, buy the Sparrow. Trust me, it makes it a lot easier. Why not? Yeah, but guess what I'm saying? As soon as you're done with the heist, like the actual heist itself, the finale, use the money to buy the Sparrow. Because it'll make, I don't know, guys, but it makes the preps a lot easier. Trust me, it'll make it so you can do the preps half the time. Alright, good. Well, you'll find out, guys, but it's not a bad price. You want to join the heist? Like I said, we're not doing a heist. I said earlier when you asked to join, I said we're just going to be in free roam doing free roam stuff. So, we're not doing any of that. You're going to get GTA tonight, but not now. Yeah, you should definitely get GTA. GTA is a great game. Really, really well worth it.
Nico, my cousin! I can't believe it, you're here! Welcome to America!
Bravo, Barazzaru.
What?
Thank you for following too, David. Yeah, maybe next time. We'll see. Jesus, it really is on gas time. It's a good thing I got other things to do. It really is. There's no urgency, no sense of urgency or anything. It's just... Nah, like legit. Words can't explain what you think of that. Oh, what, the follow alert? The fantastic, amazing follow alert with Nico and Roman. I do love that alert. Yeah. Because he's been pumped full of chemicals, probably. Saves his life, keeps him alive. It's probably some sort of like Spider-Man-esque thing. Yeah, that's another reason. If you do it again, it doesn't like do it. It won't come up a second time. If you follow and then unfollow and then refollow, it doesn't come up again. It'll remember who's followed and not do it. Even if it's like 6-7 months apart, it won't let you refollow. It'll just like come up saying that you followed, but it won't actually show the alert. You can't turn off the hard mode. No, you have to wait. So what you do if you want to get rid of hard mode, just wait like an hour before you set the next heist, and it should be on normal mode again. It doesn't change much. Like, it doesn't give you any extra money, but in return, like, the amount of guards doesn't really change. Like, if you do it the way that I was doing it, like, the guards don't change, to be honest with you. There's a few more guards when you go and scout out the island. That's about it. It's pretty much the same as normal. I actually don't even get why they even have a hard mode, because it basically is the same as normal mode. Oh boy, this is so fun. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for finally gracing me with your presence. Do appreciate your, turning up. Really? It only took Gaz like 20 minutes, but we're finally there. Yeah, I know. This is why Gaz needs a sparrow. The problem is that if you land on the sub, it dies a lot, so it's one of the reasons why having a Sparrow is so useful is it means you can land and come back easier.
Why can't you assholes
Oh,
be
God.
on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's go. Okay, wait over there. They will bring it soon. Go on.
Just because you are disguised as
Yeah, I thought my
someone
character
does not
glitched out.
give you
Yeah,
free
yeah,
access. As soon as you leave airstrip, be careful. If guards see
yeah.
you wrong place and get a proper look at you,
I know.
they will not give you chance to explain yourself.
Stay at the airport, please, guys. Yeah, stay right at the airport, because as soon as I am done with this, I'm going to get caught, and I want you to leave the airport. I want you to take us back to Los Santos. Yeah, if you go to current events channel, there is a... If you scroll up a few bits, you'll see like a bunch of descriptions for each of the awards, and then you can vote in the polls that are below it. It's just a bit of fun more than anything, so don't worry if you don't know who to vote for. It's just a bit of fun. We did the same thing last year. It was just a bit of fun to kind of like to bring out in the new year. Hey Callum, what's up? Oh yeah, look at that. Never get old. Never gets old. Oh, car. You know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna not risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. Sometimes ain't worth it. Come on. Come on. Alright, we're gonna get Gaz this little drainage tunnel. And then Gaz will be able to do the heist nice and easy. Oh god, what the hell is that? God, Gaz has got like... Do you see how much gold Gaz has got in his heist, by the way? Holy sh... Yeah, he's got like 2 paintings or 1 painting and then like a bunch of gold? What the hell? Hey. Alright. Can you steal a car, rob a gas station, kill 2 cops, and then for finishing that commit suicide? That seems like a lot. What do you mean you have permission to vote? What's happening when you vote? Well, except one with gold, and yeah. If you get lucky with gold, it's great. I'm not on Bill, no. I'm still a ways off. Alright.
Wait, what is this? A tunnel? It must be some kind of drainage outlet. And for us, a back door. If you have strong
Nice.
stopping, you will need equipment to burn through grate underwater. But this we can find.
Alright, we got the grate, so I'm gonna commit suicide and then I'll spawn back at the airport. Yeah, I need 150 mil. I should be there by the end of February at the latest. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go into the mine, see what happens. I actually am curious to see if I'll die if I hit the mine. Nope, don't blow up if you hit the mine. Yep, you can practically hit the mine. I think they're just for decoration more than anything. Swim. Nah, it's just decoration, guys. It's fine. Maybe if you hit with a bow, I don't know. Alright, I will come back to the airport. Alright, Gaz, take us away, mate, please. Come on, guys. Like a guy's just sitting in a random jeep looking away. I should have punched it. Maybe it would have exploded. Yeah, typical, huh? Sweet. What? Get what? There we go, guys. Sweet. That's wonderful. Now we don't have to worry. We're done. Alright, there you go, guys. So now when you do the heist, you select that always. I'll help you with your heist when you're next on, guys, because I'll be going on my break in a minute. So I'll help you next time you're on. Sure, guys, I'll help you do it. I'll show you how to do it so you can hopefully do it. Alright, guys. Hazy Origin, thank you for following. Alright, I'm gonna head to my arcade, I guess. But yeah, hopefully this means that now Gaz can do the heist, because that would be wonderful. Yeah, I'll be going to. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I stream every day, so I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow, unless Integ goes out or something. Rank 60. Oh, jeez, you're very close to AF now. Apparently, what, Rebecca?
Come in, come in.
I can believe it.
Make yourself at home. What's
I can
mine
believe
is
it.
yours.
I think Kasuga was doing a VIP mode and AF wanted it. You know, he could have just done his own one. Do you have all the machines in the arcade? Yes, I have all the machines. Thank you for the host. Yassine. How are you, Yassine? Alright, let me go and buy some more supplies for my bunker and then I'll go on my break. What's mine is yours. Never gets old. I think I want to get some other host sound bites. I got loads of potential ideas. I just need to record them. Because obviously when I record, I like to record at the finest of qualities. Oh, my next door neighbours are running up and down the stairs again. Good stuff. You would think that by now the oldest kid is like 16 now, and you would think by now he would be a little bit more sensible, but he's still very much a kid at heart. No, I do think he's an asshole. Yeah, I think he's personally, I think he's a sociopath. Or psychopath, or whatever it would be. I don't trust him one bit. Oh, alright, I'm gonna go on my break a little bit early, and when I get back, I'm going to do some more preps and get my next heist going. I think, because it makes sense, right? Makes sense, go on a break early, come back early, makes sense. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Enjoy the trailers while they last, because they won't be around for much longer. I'll be going sometime in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Eric.
I checked, and we're the only place in the state with this many games. But then
Okay.
I checked after.
What is this? Who messaged me? Oh, it was AF. Basically, when someone messages me, it's usually AF. If I get like a notification on my phone, it's usually AF.
My mom's phone creeped out by you. Oh, wait, I just remembered something. The second weirdest uncle in history.
Hey, Giop, what's up, man? Alright, I guess we're gonna crack on. We'll get some more supplies in. I already have a load of supplies, but I'll buy some more, why not? I can probably get one more heist in tonight, and then, should be ready. Hey. What preps do you think are the best to do for the new heist? It depends what you need to do. If you're doing it stealthy and you can do it perfectly, then you only need to have the cutting torch, the plasma cutter, the fingerprint scanner thing, the sub approach, and the whichever weapon set you want. That's it. You only need 5. I forgot if I told you that I needed help making money. Was it you or another streamer? It was me. Rebecca, what have you done? Did you add that? Oh my god. I knew you'd like it because it had a flower. Good guy, Yassine. Not stealing it. Yassine, usually you'd come in and just steal it. You'd take it the last second. Yeah, basically all the things are going to be GTA related, so, yeah. I still need to go through that. I've been meaning to go through and clean up a lot of the bot stuff, and I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff in the new year. I've been working on the stream recently, obviously getting the alerts. I've got some replacements for the away screen. I need to completely redo the away screen, because obviously with the DMCAs and stuff, I'm going to get caught out eventually. And then I'm also going to be working on the bot. You're a changed man. You're a grinder, now you have 1.9 mil. Yeah, just keep it up, just keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing, make money. Oh boy.
Come in.
Make yourself at home. What's mine is yours. Hey AF, how you doing, man? Oh, I can tell. It's funny because now that I've recorded the new alerts at 60 FPS, I can tell the earlier ones are 30. It's quite funny. Obviously, people on stream wouldn't notice because the stream is at 30 FPS, but I was future-proofing just in case I ever got up to 60 FPS or, you know, other things. You fixed your Discord issue. What was it, Joe? Why? I took all that time to go through the suggestions last night. Oh my god. That's big brain. That's not even 5-head. That's Peppy Big Brain. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna call it if I add it. No, I don't have a sub. I'm not a sub button. I'm not a affiliate. I'm not an affiliate. I don't really like the whole affiliate program myself. Also, I'm not interested in making money, so... And there's no way... This is the thing that really annoys me about affiliate. There's no way to become an affiliate and then turn off, you know, the subs. Or donate it straight to charity. That would be even better, but no, Twitch doesn't want to do that. Twitch won't do that. Twitch won't be nice. A Discord noob like you didn't know. Oh yeah. Discord's a bit confusing at first. I love Discord, but it is a bit confusing at first. I remember when I came back to it. I stopped using it for like a good year, and then I came back to it and I was so confused at first. I had no idea what I was doing. Now I know it like the back of my hand. Yassine, have you voted in the polls yet for the community awards? I know that Derp's done it, AF's done it, Kasiga's done it, I've done it. So you've done it then as well, Rebecca. I'm assuming Dean's probably done it. And then I imagine Lewis is maybe. I'm not sure if Lewis has done it or not. I can't see the votes, which I think is fair because otherwise, you know, if you're trying to do it properly, like anonymous, it'd be pretty messed up. If I wish there was a way for the admin to see though, just so that they could like see to make sure it's all working. But I don't know. As far as I'm aware, there's no way. It'll be so much easier next year when Discord implements the like the GUI, the bot GUIs that they're gonna have, so you can actually like vote properly and have it only only you would see your version of it, so that you could vote and no one else would be able to see. You wouldn't have to do all this like kind of trickery to get it to work. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I've been waiting so long for that. Like they mentioned it early this year, and I get it, you know, because of everything that happened with coronavirus. I understand it's like, you know. I understand, but it would be nice to have features like that so that we could, you know, do things easier. It's in the current events channel in the Discord. When you click on the reactions, it will count the reaction and remove it, and then it should send you a DM saying that you voted. There's a description above all the polls explaining what each one is. People from last year will know, because a lot of this, we did it last year, so basically we have a bunch of people from last year who will know about it, but then obviously the people from this year are new to the whole community award thing that we do. And I imagine we'll probably do it again next year. Hopefully with the built-in poll system that they're going to be doing, the new bots, so that you'll be able to have built-in polls, and GUI will be so easy compared to this year. Ugh. Because when you have that many polls, it's such a pain in the ass to have to go through and make one, you know, each one. Ugh. But it's it's fun to do.
So we are going back again.
Nico, my cousin! I can't believe it, you're here! Welcome to Meadow!
Nils, thank you very much for the follow. What?
We use our usual reconnaissance approach. Smuggler plane. I have one already located. On your GPS now.
Cool. I was just doing some stuff on my phone. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to go. Talking to my sides. Nah, I was just testing something with that thing I was talking to you about earlier. I'm just testing stuff out with it because I'm like, why can't Discord have this stuff? You know they have Snapchat now. Why? When was it? Oh. Oh no, I haven't checked yet. I have like AF. Like I've become AF. I have notifications galore on my phone now. I don't clean them anymore. I should do. I should really clean up my phone a lot. My phone's really bad with stuff I have on it. But effort. Are you on Snapchat? Yeah, I'm on Snapchat. Like I've got like a personal account on Snapchat, but I've had it since like, I don't know when. It was like, it would have been 2013, I think now. 2014, something like that. And I've only ever added like a few people on it. Most of them I don't even talk to anymore. So, and the only people I ever Snapchatted was actually Rebecca. Like, that's about it. I mean, pretty much. That's literally it. If I get myself like a nice McDonald's, I'll send her a picture of it. That's literally it. I mean, like if I remember I would last year I would got like I'd get one of those like Taste of Americas or whatever, and I would like just send her like the picture of it all. Yeah, Rebecca sends me pictures of her moaning at work. Yeah, it's funny. Well, like I don't even know like I don't even understand like how like, what Snapchat's even for really, other than that like just random stuff. I guess it's nice because it doesn't take up my storage, like my storage space. Like, because that's the thing, if you like send pictures otherwise, like it will save it in the cache and then it will build up your storage, and it annoys me. So I guess I like that about Snapchat. You like you just install your Snap? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know. I like how all these companies are copying like Snapchat now. Like Instagram's doing like a story thing, and now Twitter's doing those what they called fleets or whatever they're called. I mean, I don't even understand like how stories what even stories even do, to be honest with you. Like I still don't understand it. I'm really out of touch with like communication stuff these days. Like you ask me a question about Discord, I'll be able to answer it. You ask me a question about something like Snapchat or TikTok, I'm like, what? What the hell is that? People use Snapchat for selling. That's great. So that's why some people got in trouble when they would like send a they would send a story which was supposed to be private for someone, and then they would like, and then everyone would see. Okay. See, I would turn off all that stuff. I mean, I don't even know how to even do Instagram stories. Like, legit, I have no idea what I'm doing on Instagram half the time. Like, this is how bad it is. You know, when I upload pictures to Instagram, what I do is I go on Chrome and I go into the developer console and click to change the change the browser into like a tablet version so that it will load Instagram. Because you know, like desktop Instagram doesn't work. Well, if you change it to like a tablet mode, it will let you upload pictures through the website. And that's what I do. I don't go on my phone and do it like that. So that's the only way I know. That's the only thing I do on Instagram. Other than I don't understand any of the other fancy stuff. Yeah, it's pretty questionable. I mean, I think it's pretty cool though. Just you know, I'm very much of the MSN mindset. Like I'm still back in the days of MSN. Discord's become my main messenger, and then I use like Facebook for talking to family and friends, and even that I don't even do much anymore.
Be on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's go. Okay, wait over there. They will bring it soon. Go on.
I like you'll know it's a Snapchat though, because the alert sound for Snapchat is so unique and so distinct. You'll know it's Snapchat. No, I've not looked yet. No, I'll look after I'm done with the scope out. Oh, you know what I remember though with Snapchat? Remember when they changed Snapchat so that there was like that tracking thing where people could see where you were? I remember that, and I remember I had someone on there from America, and I could see where they lived. It was so creepy. I was like, why would I want to know where someone lives? Like, that's so creepy. Like, why would they do that? Oh, man, I don't even know. That was such a creepy time in Snapchat's history. Yeah, auto on. It should never have been auto on. That was so weird. Yep. Or you get one of those electric scooters. You know what's funny? I had an electric scooter when I was a kid. This was like long though. This was like such a long time ago. And back then, obviously the battery tech and how efficient the electric motor was so different. So you'd maybe get like 20 minutes charge, and it was like not that quick. I can only imagine what like modern ones are like with the like modern motors and well, not it's not a motor, but you know, modern electric kind of batteries and you know the way that they transfer it to the wheels. It's probably a lot more efficient than it used to be, I imagine. I'm not a expert in that. I don't work at Tesla for a reason. I'm not an expert in electricity. I had to do it in physics, and I hated every second of it, and I never plan to do it again. Yeah, it's a good idea if you're safe on it, of course. The problem is that a lot of people take advantage of that and like mess around on them, and I think what could happen is at the end you might end up finding out the government will, you know, ban them or restrict them in the future. So, you know, yeah, stay safe and all that, because those people that mess around and ruin it for everyone else, man. It's the same thing with drones. Drones are getting more and more. I have no doubt in like another couple of years, the government's gonna have to heavily restrict drone usage because there's people out there who go and fly them over airports thinking that they're funny. Why can't people just be sensible and not mess things up for everyone else? It's always someone. What does Keck mean? It's a better Twitch TV or Frankerface emote. So for people who are watching on mobile or people who are watching on desktop but without those add-ons, you'll just see like the text Keck W. But for people who are, you know, who have Frankerface or better Twitch TV, you'll see a picture, like an emote. Yeah, drones are really cool. Like I love drones, but man, people have just ruined them for everyone. Yeah, right now with COVID, I wouldn't really want to. I've been avoiding public transport. Like I'm a big fan of public transport. I think it's very useful. I think it's amazing, and you know, we definitely need a lot more of it to save the world from you know, climate change, but I can understand why having like an alternative like an electric scooter is very useful, especially right now. It's just a shame that people do ruin them. People always screw around and mess things up, and yep, that's what happens. People always do it. That's what I'm saying. I think that we definitely need a lot more. I would love to see the UK become more like the Netherlands with like biking paths, and I would love to see like maybe we could even have like electric scooters that could use those biking paths, provided that they're within a reasonable, you know, everyone behaves sensibly. It'll be really good because, man, I really envy countries with good biking. Like I love the idea of biking, but I do not want to be riding around on London, like in the roads of London with buses and trucks and all sorts of things in the way. Oof, not fun. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Should you do the disruption preemptive? You don't need to do disruption if you're doing it stealth. If it's your first time, that could be worthwhile. Like you know, you could like, you know, help each other, you know, like a community. Actually no, feck AF, he doesn't deserve my help. Oh my god. Dope's just like, I just make fun of him. Piggy smirk, oh my god. We've been working out and stuff though, she got dumbbells. Oh man, yeah. Having, you know, I know that nothing will quite ever make up for a fully stacked gym, but even just getting some dumbbells and doing some exercising at home can be a really big help. Do some, you know, push-ups, sit-ups, do some dumbbell exercises, you know, if you can go for a run here and there, you know, even stuff like that will massively aid you in getting in shape. Yeah. Altered Robin 666. Hello. What is up? Yeah, it's good. You know, you'll see it happen. Like day by day, it does take a while, but once you get to like a week in, a month in, you'll start to really notice. Like your strength is a lot better, your stamina is a lot better. It's insane. Oh yeah, mental health as well. Yeah, because it does really well with if you have like there's a hormone that it really deals with. It really helps. Yeah. So it's a good one to do. Especially like, you know, it's likely we're gonna have to go back into another proper lockdown. So you know, it'll be a good thing to do. Keep yourself you know, occupied with something other than just like being on a computer. You have all the preps to be done. That's the only one I've done. The one you're doing. Oh, what the setup, the scope out. To be fair, you only need to do 5 setups after the scope out to be done. To be honest with you. So it's quite quick. Where the hell is my bike? You don't have an active personal vehicle. Well, that's kind of annoying. Already yawning. Ha, it's been destroyed. Should you go in the west or the north? Up to you.
You're through to your garage. You need me to bring you?
Why did I call the mechanic? He doesn't help me. You'll defo go gym, yeah. My cousin, I think he's like, I think he's 15 now, and he goes to the gym. He has a gym membership, and he goes to the gym every, yeah, like I don't know how far he lives away from it, but he goes there every couple of days. And he really loves the gym. He's really like a big fitness person. He really likes the gym, and he might be like a personal trainer someday. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really keep in touch, but that's what I've heard anyway. Gyms were, I think they are open depending where you live. He lives somewhere where there's a lot less cases. He lives, I think, in like a tier 2 or tier 3 area at the moment. But no, I don't. I believe there are some areas which are still lower tiers. They're talking about putting everyone in tier 4 though. I think that's what it was. But yeah, and he still goes to the gym, but yeah, he hasn't. He was very annoyed when he couldn't go for a couple. Well, he wasn't annoyed. He was just kind of like sad, you know. But not. He understood why he couldn't go, but he couldn't go for a while because of everything. May you give me money? Nope. Even if I could give you money, which I can't, I still wouldn't. Yeah, there's a thing called earn your own money. Yeah. Wow, this guy's got an attitude. This man's begging for money because he's too shit to make his own. He's got this mad attitude. Yeah, there you go, I guess. No. I know, right? Some people, man. Some people. I'm done. I'm done. That's made my day. This man legit came in here with the shittiest attitude, tries to talk like that to a mod, and then and the same, you know, basically begged for money because he can't make his own. You hate who are people? You hate white people? Wow. This man hates white people. I'm done. I mean, I, for one, don't vote for Trump. I am personally a liberal. Well, I'm very progressive. I don't support conservative ideology at all. But, okay, thanks for putting me in the same category. That's so... Not you do realize not everyone who's white likes Trump, right? There's a large quantity of people who are white who despise the man. Especially considering I don't even live in the American continent. I'm British. Yeah, I'm European. Like I'm straight up European. This man's saying I like Trump. I mean, I know there's like British people and European people out there that like Trump. I'm not one of them. Oh my days. Yeah. I would say go and drink bleach, yeah. You can't say stuff like that. Because it's like threatening. Yeah, you should probably delete that, Rebecca. Oh, I've got to do it, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, the guy is dumb, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to wish anything bad upon him. Oh, I can't even delete it, man. Do I have to go to the actual... Oh, I can delete it. It's just I had to go onto the web page. Yeah. There you go. Come on. I said come on. There you go. It just wasn't updating. There you go. But, yeah, like, I don't know why. Either he's a really bad troll or he's just really dumb. Probably both. I like how the guy with 45 followers is saying to him 7 followers, like that's some sort of insult. Oh, that's embarrassing, man. Imagine, that's like someone who's like an inch taller than someone else saying, oh yeah, what's up short? What's up short stuff? Look at you. Look how short you are. Mate, you're 1 inch taller, what are you on about? This man is bad troll. I don't think my man understands that there's a world outside of America. Not everyone lives in America. There's actually a lot of us who live outside of America. You know, the majority of the world lives outside of America. Imagine bragging about 45. With your mama. With your mama, dude. Still living with your mama, dude. Oh, I love it. That's a really poor insult, yeah. I'm disappointed. I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed, man. I'm just disappointed. Living with your parents is smart, you know? I mean, what kind of insult is that? Like, that's not even a good insult at this point, man. That's just embarrassing. Man, my man is, like, really digging in deep. Like, sometimes you just need to know when to move on. Like, you know, cut your losses and just jump out. You know, they say these days, a lot of people don't have shame. If you're going around on Twitch begging people for money on GTA, he ain't got no shame. He ain't got no shame. I still can't believe he started going about how he's 45 followers on Twitch like he's some sort of big man. That's quite something. Man, the standards are so low. Just go and push it. Not even gonna push it, just go and push it like it's past tense. I'm done. I'm done. My man is embarrassed, man. He's just really trying. He's really trying, but he's not working that well. Good times. I'm done. I'm done. I still can't believe this. This man's self-awareness is lacking, mate. I know, right? Mr. 45 over here. Yo, I just realized something. Wait. Wait. You know something? My man over here saying that because we're white, we voted Trump even though we don't live in America. This man's got 45 followers. You know what the President Trump is? He's the 45th president. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. You gotta get yourself a 46th follower now. Yeah, I want to see how these people exist in the real world too. I really am curious. They probably live in the basement with a microwave next to them. Yeah, probably like their old parents' old like 20-year-old microwave. Some Hot Pockets and stuff. He's got like a box of Hot Pockets and a box of ramen. Yeah, this guy, no, legit though. This guy, he's outed. He's a legit. This is why he projected his love of Trump onto us. Ah, see, caught on. We caught on it. The Mountain Dew through the screen. Legit though, legit. I mean, it's a common misconception that only white people vote for Trump. There's a lot of people from other races who also vote for Trump. There's one thing that does make a Trump supporter, regardless of race or gender, the one thing that unites all Trump supporters is a lack of brain cells. Hey, Reedy. Yeah, I know. Like, imagine spending your day begging and then get angry when someone says no, and then get upset. You already know he's one of those people that would get given, like, a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, and he'd be like, no, I don't want that. It's not a PS5. I asked for a PS5, mama. I wanted a PS5. You got me a PS4, mama. I didn't ask for that broke-ass console. I wanted a PS5. Some people, huh? Entitlement is everywhere. You're a grown-ass man. Oh, that's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing. Oh. I bet you he threw that out there to kind of gotcha, you know, got him, but then really he's just got himself. Because that's actually really embarrassing. Like, I went from laughing about some dumb kid to being like, oh, this guy's really cringy then. This guy's a grown-ass man and he acts like that. Ooh. Ooh. Now, you know when you feel like a wave of embarrassment just, like, fully cover your entire body? Ooh. Ooh. My man's above the age of 18 and acts like that. Ooh. Ooh. My man... My man legit acts like that above the age of 18. I'm done. Legit though. If he spent as much time as he does begging, he actually might have some money. Life is good, thanks, really. How's your life? Oh, I love it, man. I love Twitch. You meet some weird people on Twitch. Like, I expect, like, little kids to act like that. Let's face it. You know, Twitch is for little kids. I expect little kids to act like that, but adults? Oof. I'm grown, mama. I act like how I want. Wow, that's a good one. I've never heard that one before. Never heard that before. This man throwing out the mum jokes, like, jeez. This man is desperate. This man never grew up from Call of Duty. You know, I was reading a Reddit thread earlier about a bunch of people saying, like, how they miss the old days on Call of Duty when people weren't snowflakes, and those are people going, oh, why do people get so upset about being called all sorts of things now? There's just, and I'm like, this guy's legit those people. They never grew up. They you know, they're still in that mentality of going around acting like they want, talking shit to people on Call of Duty, and they never grew up. They never grew up. Sad, man. I'm sad. I pray. He plays Fortnite, really? Oh. Is that legit? Does he play Fortnite? I mean, nothing wrong with Fortnite, but just, like, come on, man. You want to drop the address? Mate, you don't even know that there's a country outside of America. Like, you don't even know there's a world outside of America. I don't think anyone's worried about you. You probably get lost. You get lost leaving your own state, mate. You probably go down the street, you get lost. This man legit thought that we supported Trump. This guy didn't even know what a British accent was. Like, he couldn't tell that we had a British accent. This man legit thought that we supported Trump even though we live in a completely different country. I wouldn't worry about him. He wouldn't be able to find his way out of his own neighborhood. This man, Craig, gets lost past the 7-Eleven. This man turned up in London. This man would get shanked. I'm telling you, he turns up in London. Like, he's acting like that. Something called a plane, only dumb who are people. Mate, you can't even write properly. How can you talk about people being dumb when you can't even write like a normal person? Jesus. Mate, it's not like you could navigate an airport. It's you probably don't even have a passport. This guy probably couldn't even figure out how to write an application for a passport if he puts in things like who are people. Ain't no one gonna give this man a passport. You can't use your Trader Joe's card to get over to the UK, you know. Not like he could afford it either. This man begging for money on GTA. Do you think this man can afford to get a passport and get a plane ticket? This man couldn't afford any of that. Talking about all this shit. I'm done, man. You got a passport, really? Wow. I mean, you didn't even know there was a place outside of America about what, 10 minutes ago? So I doubt you know how to use a passport. This man legit thought that people living in Europe think the exact same as white people living in America. Like, this man legit accused us of being Trump supporters when we don't even live in America. I love it. Yeah, I know, right? Something called autocorrect. Mate, your autocorrect is worse than you. This man's got dumb autocorrect. He can't even, like, he legit can't write a full sentence properly. And he's talking about this. I can't deal with this guy. Oh man. Man, I'm gonna say this. I like most Americans, man, but there are some dumbasses over in America. I'm sorry. I mean, there's dumbasses over here too, but man, there is a whole set of American population who are the thickest, like, people in the world. They honestly are. And it doesn't just mean like one. It's not one race, not one gender, nothing. It's all people of all kinds of genders, all kinds of races. There are some dumb motherfuckers in America. Ugh. Like, fully legit.
The tool you are looking for will be the size of a credit card. Look for something with antennae.
Yeah, that's legit it though. People like this give America a bad name. Like, when people think about like visiting America, I think, why would I want to go to a place where there's people like that, unhinged people that they're really angry over Twitch because they got told not to beg for money. Like, you know, and remember, these people have guns. Like, people give people like that guns. Like, you know, it's actually terrifying that people like that can get a gun. I wouldn't give this guy a pencil sharpener, let alone a fucking gun. Jesus Christ. What a world. What a world. You didn't beg is your point, except you came in and said, could you have some money? That's pretty much begging. You got told no, and then you got really upset. Is this why we have to have all those warnings on glue and stuff? Because of people like this? We have to have warnings on everything. Careful, you might cut yourself on these scissors. Well, no shit, but... Yeah, I mean, you pretty much begged for it. I mean, that's it. Actually, you asked. That's begging. Like, imagine it. I bet you this is one of those guys who gets really upset about being told to wear a mask. I bet you, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Sad, man. Oh, I'm done. I just find some of these people, man. I can't believe people like this exist in the world. It's actually depressing. It depresses me just thinking that there's people out there who live like this. And then they get really, oh, I'm a grown-ass man, mama. I'm a grown-ass man. I can tie my own shoes, mama. I don't need you. I don't need you anymore. You a papa. I can tie my own shoes. I mean, if you're asking to pet my dog, I mean, for one, I wouldn't let you touch my dog because clearly you're not capable of handling your own self. But two, yes, you're begging. Nice, Kasuga. True, he's not even receiving anything. Maybe he's receiving the joys of having an animal that, you know, touching an animal, I guess, but... Oh, he implores. He implores. He implores me. He implores you. I love it.
You know, Captain, I look back at my career and ask myself why. The robberies conducted, the assassinations carried out, the insurrection supported or crushed, the late nights, the early mornings, the
Bearer Bonds are better than Ruby Necklace and the other one. Yeah, Bearer Bonds are like the third best, I think.
yes. And you give the same answer.
You low-key did this to talk to some people. I mean, you know, you could just be a decent person. You know, maybe you'll find people that actually want to talk to you more. I don't know. Yeah. He wonders. He wonders why. He wonders why. Nah, we're from Pluto, mate. Clearly. Sorry, Reedy. I'm not got any time to help out. That backtrack, though. That backtrack. That backtrack is mad. I mean, at least he's giving me something to think about while I'm playing this, doing the heist again. It gives me something to think about. Think about how depressed it is.
Updating GPS now.
You were in Australia last month? Oh, really? What, with all their border lockdowns? Surprised you even know where Australia is. Didn't ask, don't care. This guy is on that mad stuff, man, I'm telling you. Lewis must be the supplier. Is it worth more to... the painting, I mean, if you're on your own, the cocaine is still the best, but painting's okay. I'll take a painting. Twitch is weird, man.
They were there, yes? Good. Just get the cutter back to me and have the eyes in the back of your head, yes?
He meant Austria, Cave, not Australia, clearly. That's gonna be his excuse. No, I meant Austria, not Australia, Austria. Autocorrect, bro. Autocorrect. It's just autocorrect, bro. You're just smart. I mean, you're certainly smart in your own unique way. If that's what we're calling it these days, he definitely gets the participation trophy in intelligence. When you're in your inventory, you can't see it. Go to the ammunition and see if you can select it from ammunition. That's what I'd do. Big galaxy brain. Galaxy brain. I've lost so much faith in humanity tonight. I've lost so much faith in humanity. No wonder the world is basically hopeless. when we're not making it to the next century, lads. The world is over. We're going downhill. English, Dave. No, do his as well, Rebecca, because if you do it, it gets us out of the way. Yeah, but then Rebecca, you'll have to. It'll come up again probably. You should have just done it. That was small brain play, Rebecca. Small brain play. I won't lie. I don't know. Maybe you have to do it again. You get to keep the keys, so if you go back into the heist, you'll be able to get it again. Yeah, so just redo the heist, and then you just go to the little lockbox and get it open again, or the little desk drawer and open it again. You'll get it back.
If we are going to use submarine to approach Mr. Rubio's island, we will need to deal with sonar network. A deflector is the only way, but it is not the kind
Oh wait, was it the Cayo Perico gold pistol? Was it the normal pistol? Because you get a pistol from the normal safe, but it's not like the Cayo Perico one. It's just a normal pistol that you get. The Cayo Perico one is in the little desk drawer. Yeah, see that's the thing, Joe. That if you get really good ones on that heist, you can get a lot of money. Have you tried the new heist yet? I didn't know there was more than one heist. You've opened my eyes to the prospect of all these new possibilities. I was zoned out then. I had no idea what I was thinking. I just flew into the water. It's fine. I need to get back in my sub anyway. Yeah, legit. He should win the award. You seen? It'd be a shame for the award on the community awards. The discombobulator. Jeez. You ain't gotta be smart about everything. I mean, I wasn't being smart. You said, have you done, or you asked, have you done the new heists? And I said no, because I didn't know there was more than one heist. I mean, you know, I don't particularly like you. Personally, I think you're a vile little, I don't know, I don't want to be too harsh, but I think you're vile, personally. That comment you said about white people, like, you know, being racist about any race, regardless of, you know, what their colour their skin is vile. So, I've got no interest in being buddy-buddy and answering your questions. And no, I didn't know what you mean, because, frankly, you write like a 3-year-old toddler. So, I don't want to answer your questions. I'm not going to be in the best mood with you. I think you're vile. I think, frankly, you need to grow up. And, yeah. So, I'm going to say this. Bye-bye. I have no idea. I'm done with him. I've had my fun, but I'm done with him. Like I said, I think he's vile. It got boring, and I'm just done with him. And now he's trying to be all buddy-buddy, like I'm going to be friends with him. I don't want to be friends with some vile piece of shit like that. I don't care what... I don't care how you're racist. If you're racist, regardless of the race, it's disgusting. I've got no interest in it. Like, I'm not usually one who cares about if people take the piss out of white people. Like, I usually don't care. Like, if someone makes a joke about white people, I'm usually fine with it. I don't care. But I just don't like when people are, like, specifically, like, oh yeah, like, racist towards them. Because it's no better than if I was racist towards black people or Asian people or whatever. It's no different. It's no better. No one should be racist. Regardless of your race, no one should be racist. So I don't want anyone like that here. I mean, unfortunately, it's just a very large, uneducated crowd around the world now. You know what I mean? Like, there's people around the world, there's ignorant people all around the world. Yeah, and exactly, you can't fight racism with racism. Because all that's going to do is piss off, you know, white racists who are going to get more angry. You know, you don't fight racism with racism. You fight it with kindness and trying to get through to people. You don't fight it with anger and hatred. Like that guy who spent years going through, you know, like meeting people who used to be KKK members and you know, talking to them and understanding and hope and he got through to a lot of them too. And I think that's, you know, you don't fight it by being racist towards someone else. All you get is a cycle of shit. And frankly, I would rather not have a cycle of shit. Because if the cycle of shit, everyone gets worse off from it. If everyone's too busy fighting each other over it, then it just gets worse. It just cycles down, worse and worse and worse. So, frankly, I don't want to... You know, like I said, I entertain people. Like, I don't like to be too harsh and ban people straight away, but man... When he said that, I already decided I was going to ban him. I just wanted to mess around with him a little bit, but... I don't know why he thinks he's getting unbanned. Because he's smart. I mean, the guy's dumb as a sack of hammers, but okay. Whatever makes him feel good, I guess. If his mama makes him feel good by saying he's smart, then fair play. I think I've spent about 820 billion, 820 million, sorry. So almost at $1 billion spent. You know, he's tempted by the attitude and profile picture. Unfortunately, there's a lot of adults like that these days who, unfortunately, are very dumb. They choose to be willfully ignorant. Like I said, I like to make the distinction as people who are just, you know, ignorant. Maybe they don't understand something and they need to be, you know, taught it or help, you know, or they'll have to like learn it themselves. And then there's people who choose to be willfully dumb, and he chooses to be willfully dumb. Otherwise, he would look in the mirror. He would take 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even an hour, look in the mirror and just sit there and think, is this what I really want to be? Do I want to be someone who no one likes because I have really shitty attitude? I don't know. That's some self-reflection right there.
The operation has a green light.
Yeah, I hope he was lying about being an adult, but I mean, you never know. Like I said, there's a lot of people these days who are adults who still act like children. Like I said, I was reading that thread earlier. There you go, Rebecca. I was reading that thread earlier on Reddit, and it was a bunch of people complaining about how today, you know, they get banned on you know, Call of Duty and Xbox because they say, you know, they say stuff to other people and they complain about it, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I get it. You know, that was how it was when we were growing up, when we played Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2. You know, it was all smack talk, it was all trash talk. That was what it was. But there's people who genuinely get upset that they can't call someone gay anymore. And they get genuinely upset. Why can't I call? You know, there was some guy. He literally said a comment saying, I said that he said something about someone being gay about his parents not being, you know, proud of him or whatever. And I'm like, well, why do you think you get banned for saying shit like that? Because that's not, you know, that was never acceptable back then anyway. It's just that nowadays we have moderation tools that are far better, far more efficient, and we can get rid of people like that. We can ban people like that a lot more efficiently. But there was people out there literally looking back and thinking, why couldn't it be like that again? Well, why? Why would you want people going around using gay as an insult or using the F word? You know what I mean? Like, I grew up around that time. I was in those lobbies. I you know, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. But I don't want to go back to those times. I think it's disgusting. You know, we're in 2020 now. I mean, it wasn't acceptable back in 2007, 2008 either. But especially now, it's doubly so. You know, these people want to go back to it, and I'm like, why? And they go, oh, because it's all snowflakes. You know, back then it was, you know, if you can't handle it, there was literally someone who said, why can't people handle a little bit of bullying these days? Well, you just said it. What you literally just said, you were bullying them, and you think that's acceptable to go and do that shit like on lobbies, talking all this crap? I mean, I don't know, man. People are dumb. There are some people out there who never grow up. They still genuinely believe that's how it should be, and that that everyone else today is. They will blaming Gen Z as, oh, Gen Z is all snowflakes. Gen Zers have ruined online lobbies. I'm like, you guys are in your 30s. You guys are in your 20s, your late 20s, and your 30s, and you're talking shit about Gen Zers because you can't use the word gay as an insult anymore without getting banned. Like, there is something wrong with those people. Like, 100%. If you think using the word gay as an insult is acceptable at any time at all, you need to grow up. You need to realize that you know, the world that you used to live in has moved on, and you either get on with the picture, you either get with the brochure, you get whatever, or you know, too bad, because there is no room for people who use that like that anymore. There's no room for people who use the F word. There's no room for that anymore. There's no room. There never should have been room. There definitely isn't room now. If you can't get with the times, then too bad. But there's people out there that genuinely act like that. There's people that like genuinely get pissed that Xbox bans people like that now. It's actually mad. And like I said, I went through that. There was someone saying, oh, so there was literally someone replied saying, oh, so you're annoyed that you can't bully people online anymore, and they were downvoted like by -50 or something. 50 people had clicked on that person's comment and downvoted it because he was saying that, oh, you're getting upset because you can't bully anymore online. You know, and that's where the whole toxic gaming comes in. That's where the whole, you know, where when people have this image of gamers, it is negative because there are so many negative people out there who act like that, who think it's acceptable. Like, I don't mind a bit of light trash talking. I've got nothing against that, but I've got some rules. yeah, like I've got rules when it comes to what I'll say. I won't for one imply or say something like, you know, someone should kill themselves. For one, I because you never know, that person could be wanting or considering it at that point, and I don't think it's acceptable to imply or to say that they should off themselves or anything like that. For that's one rule I have. I don't use anything like, you know, I don't like slurs or anything discriminatory, you know, race, religion, anything like that. I won't use it because it isn't funny. You know, it's not something funny to use. It's not, you know, calling someone a donkey, calling someone, oh, you little pancake or something. To me, that's funny because I think it's like a ridiculous statement, but it's funny. But using someone's race, no one chooses what race they are. You know, no one chooses what gender they are. Well, you know, born sex, that is. And some people, you know, they want to, you know, they don't feel like that's their, you know, their gender. They, you know, they want to change it. Fair. So again, you shouldn't use that as an insult. If you want to call someone a pancake or make fun of their, you know, something silly they did in the game, like, oh, you know, you blew yourself up with C4, fair. You know what I mean? That's cool. You know, oh, what are you doing with that C4, mate? You know, something like that. It's fun. But when you start making fun of things that people can't change, or things that people may want to change but are very, you know, may not be able to, or, you know, it's a touchy subject, don't go near it. Just don't go near it. It's not funny. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Just ignore that stuff. Just don't do anything to do with that stuff. Just, if you want to trash talk anything else. Just don't trash talk with that. Don't trash talk about personal appearance. Don't trash talk about anything like that either. Just, you know, if you want to make fun of what someone did in a game, they've messed up on something, fair, that's fine. It doesn't affect anyone. Ultimately, it doesn't affect anyone. But don't get too far. Don't go insulting people's appearance. Don't go insulting someone's race, religion, gender, whatever. Don't, you know, there's just so, and then, like I said, don't imply death or suicide or anything like that either, because it's just not funny. It's not funny. It just, you know, you never know. Like, someone could be a complete cunt, don't get me wrong. But you never know, like, they actually might be feeling a certain way, and as much as people are cunts, I don't want people dying. Oh yeah, like, yeah, jokes about things like that, yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of jokes when it comes to things that hurt people, you know, stuff like that, it's just not funny. What's the fastest way right now to get money? The heist. New heist. Do you know what steps you have to done for that heist? I'll tell you in Discord later, G-Up. I'll type out which ones to do. Yeah, this is where you get the gun, by the way. It's in this little lockbox here when you get the key. There you go. People on GTA exports they ask for glitches, moddism, yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, Joe, the community is awful for COD, and it's better than it used to be, but my god, there's people who legit wish they could go back to those days when it was like pure horrible. It's just not on for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. It annoys me that people legit think that that's acceptable. Like I said, you can call someone a donkey, oh, this guy is an idiot, you know, whatever. I don't like the R word personally. I don't like anything that would imply anything to do with insults towards people with disabilities. I hate that. It's disgusting because, again, people don't choose to be born with disabilities or learning difficulties or special needs. No one chooses to be born like that. So I hate when people use that as an insult. It's not an insult. You know what I mean? Like I say, if you want to call someone an idiot because they did something stupid, that's fine. That's completely fine. But don't imply it because it's something because they have a learning difficulty or a disability. It's not funny. Making fun of people with Down syndrome is not funny. I want to put that out there because there is someone who I know who did that, and I am not pleased with them, and I think it's absolutely disgusting that they think it's acceptable to do that. So I just wanted to put that there, just in case they're watching, you know who you are. Frankly, it's disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself. I'll put the in the GTA area on the Discord later. So those are my rules on it. Is that there are some rules I will not cross. As much as I may despise someone, it's not, you know, it's not on to cross those boundaries. Yeah, I hate when people take the piss out of people with autism as well. As that, man, I hate all those people out there that go, oh, that, you know, they you know how they use autism as a bad thing, you know, like autistic screeching and stuff. Like, that's not funny, man. Like, it's not funny. Like, if you're like a 5-year-old twat, maybe you'll think it's funny. But for anyone who's a grown-ass adult, it's not funny because you understand what those people must be going through. There's nothing in there, Rebecca, worthwhile. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many words in the English dictionary that you could use instead of autistic screeching. And yet... yeah, like, I have a cousin who is autistic, and the shit he has to put up with is so difficult, man. His life is so difficult. And I just think to myself... Yeah, I'm just getting that guy. I just think to myself, like, what is wrong with people thinking that's acceptable to say to someone? 3, 2, 1 now. It just disgusts me. It really does. It's just, I don't know, man. Some people are so fecked up. And obviously, because I'm also friends with Gaz, and Gaz gets... Like, I like to just treat Gaz like any other person. And I think Gaz appreciates it too, because he just likes getting involved and all that. And I hate when people take the piss out of Gaz. Like, there was some guy once who was Gaz's friend on PlayStation. He joined the chat and he was taking the piss out of Gaz. I was so mad about that. I was like, Gaz, just delete this guy. This guy is a scumbag. Like, Gaz didn't understand that this guy... Yeah, like, Gaz didn't understand this guy was taking the piss out of him, and I was so pissed off about that guy, because the way that he was, like, mimicking Gaz's, like, voice and how he speaks. And I was like, man... Somewhat, yeah. And I just thought that was so, like, I got so pissed off with that guy with the way that, you know, because Gaz didn't understand, like, he was taking the piss out of him. It was really sad. And it just really annoyed me. At least that guy he was young. Like, he was, like, I don't know, his teens. But, man, like, it's worse when adults do it, man. It's worse when adults do it. Because you should know when you're an adult not to take the piss out of people with... Yeah, 3, 2, 1 now. Just, nah. Yeah. Take the picture, Rebecca. Hey, Captain. What's up, man? Like, I had a week ago, I don't know if anyone was here. There was a few people in the stream at the time, but someone called me I don't like saying it, but I'm gonna say it for the you know, because people have heard it, and it's not. I don't like it. Someone called me a libtard, and the reason he called me that is because I'm fairly progressive. I don't like people taking the piss out of other people about, you know, things like disabilities, you know, race and stuff like that. And he genuinely was pissed. Thought I was being, I don't know, like, have you got everything? Yeah. Yeah, grab all that. He was like acting like I was a bleeding heart liberal because I don't like that people. I ban that stuff on my stream. If you come in my stream, you say anything like that, taking the piss out of people with learning difficulties, special needs, you know, disabilities, race, religion, stuff like that, I'll ban you straight up. And he called me that because in his eyes, banning stuff like that is like censorship. It's like, you know, oh, you're such a snowflake type thing. And I'm like, geez, man. You know, some of these people are really horrible people. Yeah, like, literally, being a good person, being, like, decent, it literally makes you, like, that's literally how they view it. That's how they view you. Because you don't want people taking the piss, or you're some sort of, like, bleeding heart liberal. It's just decency. Yeah. And this guy, like, he got really, you know, he was thinking that before. Like, he hadn't said to me, you know, but he only said that to me because he got angry because he got told off for something, and he got really angry at me and said it. But I could tell he'd been thinking about that for at least a week, building up to it. But that group sickened me, man. I didn't even know about, like, I had known that they had dark humor, and I just, you know, unless if you say something on the Discord, I'm not going to ban you for it. But man, when I saw that other thing that guy did, the other guy, his friend, had done, nah, sickening, man. It really sickens me. Got it. Furries gonna hate for no reason. You're friends with furries and they hate them. I'm not. See, that's the thing, right? I don't really. understand the whole furry thing, but I don't see the point to get angry at them or call them shit or whatever just because they, you know, they have that interest in their life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, it's not affecting me. Unless if they're doing something illegal alongside it, I've got no issues with people being furries. It doesn't affect me. Why would I go and get hate on them? But I know people do. People do hate on them. Yeah, exactly. Don't judge them how they look. Oh, there was so there's a TikTok thing going on right now, right? So there's a woman and she's got like a facial I don't even like saying like deformity, but she's got like let's just say her facial appearance is, you know, a little bit different to what people would. It's hard to. I don't really like saying it because it just sounds like harsh, but there was a bunch of people doing TikToks taking the piss, like scaring kids with her face, and I'm like. And she made a post about it. She made a video about how she had been affected by that. And I'm like, why are the adults doing that? Why are the adults using this woman's face to scare kids and then make TikToks out of it? You know what I mean? I just don't get that. It's horrible. Thank you for following, by the way. A furry is someone who... I don't want to, like, explain it because I'll probably butcher it. It's probably best just look it up on Google. I don't want to like say something that it isn't actually true because I'm not really in tune with furries and I probably have a few biases there that I may not realize. That I don't want to say something like it is not actually true. You know what I mean? I think it'd be best if someone who's actually a furry would explain it or just looking on like online on Google, you know, for a better description. A person dressed up in a costume is that from like Google? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, well, okay then. That's probably, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, but again, I don't like to describe or explain something if I don't fully understand it, because then it, you know, I don't want to spread some bullshit that may not be true, so. Yeah, I don't particularly, like, have any interest in it. I don't particularly, you know, it is what it is, you know. Some people have different interests, different likes, different, you know, whatever, it doesn't bother me. You know, as I said, I don't care what someone does or whatever, as long as it's not illegal or hurts other people, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know. It just annoys me when people are so harsh and horrible towards people. But especially things that you can't even help. You know, you can help being willfully ignorant, but you can't change if you're born with autism or Down syndrome or something, you know? Taking the piss out of people with that, it's just not... It's just shit, so... It's just shit. And yeah, like, literally people will say that I'm being, like, bleeding hard liberal or whatever. Like, literally, that was literally the insult, like, lib, T-A-R-D. Because that's literally how he viewed me, is because I don't want people having dark humor, like, in the stream and in the Discord. Like, I don't find Hitler jokes funny, you know? I don't find, I'm sorry to him, but I don't find Hitler jokes funny. I don't find jokes about people with disabilities funny, you know? I don't know what kind of dark humor they have, but I don't want to know. But yeah, apparently that makes me a lib T-A-R-D because I don't find that kind of stuff funny. You know what I mean? I think it's like, what? How would anyone find it funny? I mean, I get everyone's, you know, humor's separate, but like, I don't know, man. It's just not great. Yeah, had mental health issues and she got a lot of hate and she's a mother. Yeah, people don't... and then, yeah, a lot of these people are the same people that then think mental health isn't a real thing. Like... Oh, yeah, they don't care, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 We're all the best. You joined at the worst time. I suppose it depends if, you know, it's a pretty deep subject. We have these kind of deep subjects every so often, these deep conversations every so often. I think it's important for a streamer to let people know what kind of views they have, because obviously I'm not going to be, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to be compatible if you go around thinking that jokes about disabled people are funny. I'm not going to be compatible. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I'm not going to be compatible with you. And I think it's important for people to know this kind of, you know, who the streamer is, so that they know either to keep, not to say something like that in stream, like, because I would ban, you know, I'm very tolerant of what people say, like AF and Kasiga are like talking shit to each other, strip, you know, I'm fine with that. I usually let people kind of figure it out themselves. I've always been on the mentality of letting people kind of, you know, figure out a resolution themselves. But if you go into race, banned. If you go into you know, gender, banned. If you go into religion, banned. If you use something like that in an argument as an insult, you're banned. That's just how it is. You know, that's how it is. Same in Discord. You know, I'm more than happy to people to talk shit to each other, like, you know, swear words, whatever. But if you use anything like that, you know, disabilities, learning difficulties, special needs, anything like that against each other, banned. That is something I will never tolerate on the stream or in the Discord. You wanted to find a streamer who wasn't doing roleplay? Oh yeah, 99% of them are doing roleplay these days. That's sad. I think they should make a separate category for people who aren't doing roleplays, but they won't. That's really nice of you to do that, though, Mr. Ghost. Yeah, it's good to keep people's spirits up. Yeah, I'm sure she appreciates it. You know, someone blind and they always make fun of them for not being able to see or bumping into something. Really, people. Like, I always used to think to myself, how could anyone take the piss out of someone who's blind? But then I genuinely can see some people doing it. There's some scumbags out there. Like, I just imagine taking the piss out of someone because they can't see. That's... Oh, man. Well... Hey, I mean, I don't call this a safe place. I've never really been on in all that kind of stuff, like safe places and stuff. But I do have certain morals and principles I will not breach, and that if someone does breach them in an area where I have mod power, I will remove them. So, yeah, if someone took the piss out of someone who was blind here, banned. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, anyone of any, you know, demographic can be dumb. Anyone of any, you know, yeah, like legit. Like you could be black and be an idiot. You could be white and be an idiot. You can be gay and be an idiot. You can be straight and be an idiot. You can be trans and be an idiot. You can be anything. No demographic like idiots aren't exclusive to any demographic. Anyone can be an idiot, regardless of who they are. Can be an idiot. That's why when I say idiot, I don't mean people who are ignorant. I'm talking about people who are willfully dumb. People who choose to be ignorant. People who choose to be dumb. Because a lot of people out there are just ignorant. A lot of people don't understand, and when they have, like, you know, experience of it or explained to, they'll understand things a lot better. But there's a lot of people out there who just choose to be dumb, and those are the people I have issue with. People who choose to be dumb. People who choose to be a certain way because they don't want to learn. They don't want to understand. They don't want to, you know, put themselves in someone else's shoes and experience what it might be like for them to have to live their life. You know what I mean? That's how I look at the difference between ignorance and just pure dumbassery. The Max Estelle Solo is about 200 and about 270, I think. I usually, if I was going to sell solo, I usually wouldn't sell anything more than that. But it just depends on, the vehicle type, and it depends on the, like, trailer tends to take a lot more. with trailer you can tend to have a lot more in the bunker before it will go to 2. But 270 is usually the safe. Okay. Bye. So yeah, that's how I look at it anyway. Anyone can be an idiot. It's not exclusive to any one demographic. But yeah, that's why, man, some people think I wield the banhammer too freely, but man, thankfully we've not come across a lot of real scummy people, like truly, yeah, like, thankfully. We had someone who used to use cancer as an insult too, like, and yeah, that's also bad. If we actually have, I believe, for the longest time we had cancer as a block term on Discord just in case. But we had to get rid of it because we had a situation where someone was just talking about their family member with cancer. And again, why would you use cancer as an insult, you know what I mean? That's just... Yeah, like... I wouldn't wish a disease on anyone, no. I wouldn't wish, like, cancer on anyone. That's a horrible, horrible disease. Well, a horrible series of diseases. I would never wish anything like that on someone. But then there'll be people out there that think it's acceptable to do that too. Well, this isn't going well. I mean, it was going fine until I had to go around the corner. It kind of went to shit. I should have just kept going and used the much easier to turn. You know, see how the road curves naturally? I should have used that. Well, you live and you learn. I suppose that's the best way to put it. You live and you learn. There's more, so a way to describe something spreading. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the original use of it, like, that's cancer, like, that's cancerous. I can understand the usage of that because it, you know, to mean something bad, something really fucked up, but then it became like a use to, it became like a thing that people used on each other, you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, a lot of words unfortunately become like that, where they'll go from being used in a way that's not necessarily, you know, intended to be mean, like it's just something, oh, that's like a cancerous spread. But then it turns into like, oh yeah, you're you know, oh, that, yeah, you go get cancer kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's horrible, yeah. Like, I think I've lost 2 people to cancer. Yeah, I have. And then another person has cancer in my family. So, you know, it's quite, you know, it hits home, you know what I mean? And it is, you know, something a lot of people either have to go through themselves, or they'll have someone who they know close to them go through it. And it's quite, so I just think using stuff like that is just, yeah, it's just not really something I think would be acceptable. So I ban that also in the Discord and Twitch, like that, you know. Thankfully no one does it anymore. Like, we've had it once and I banned them, and no, sorry, twice. There was another guy, and but yeah. Yeah, it's hard to, yeah. Yeah, like, I think it's interesting because sometimes words aren't necessarily meant in a bad way, but can upset some people. Like, for example, saying, "Oh, that's mental." You know, a lot of British people say, "Oh, that's mental," and obviously, you know, they don't mean it in a bad way, but it does have some negative connotations to some people. So I don't use it myself. I don't say, "Oh, that's mental" anymore, like, other than just as an example. But it's not. I wouldn't ban someone over it because it isn't like an outright negative word. I just know it could upset some people. so I just choose not to use it myself. But so some words are like that where I just choose not to use them, but I wouldn't ban over them. But then other words I would use. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to everyone who's lost someone or is losing someone to cancer, man. Cancer is just shit. No, I don't have a modded car. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing, and I'm thankful that we're getting better and better at treating it all the time, but, you know, it doesn't, it's just like, I wish we could be even more, I wish we could do even more for it, because it's a horrible, horrible thing. And the things you go through, man, like chemo is horrible. It's absolutely horrific to go through chemo. Alright. So yeah. Things like that, I'm very much like, you know, if you use it, you're at the very least going to get a timeout and a very stern warning. And if it's something, and if you use it in a really bad way, you're going to get a straight ban. Because, yeah, it affects a lot of people. But you see, like, words, simple words can mean so much and so little to some people, and to some people, literally, you're going to get called a snowflake. There literally are people out there that will call you a snowflake for getting upset at that. It's quite sad, and that's what the whole point was going back to was, yeah, when I was reading that post on Reddit about those people and how they were getting so annoyed they couldn't go around calling people stuff that was quite frankly horrible. I just think to myself, there's a whole bunch of adults out there who act like that. There's a whole bunch of adults out there who genuinely believe that they should be able to say that horrible shit to people and not have any punishment. So it's like death is following you all the way to target. Yeah, literally. What's your view on freedom of speech? I think freedom of speech is good. I think everyone should have freedom of speech, but I think there's also a responsibility to know when to choose to censor yourself. Just because you can say something doesn't mean you should say something, if you know what I mean. Like, I think it's important that we protect freedom of speech, but I also believe that, you know, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. You know, you can say the N-word. Does it mean you should say the N-word? No, it shouldn't. You know, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with it, where they think just because they can, that means that they should say it. You know what I mean? No one here has modded cars. We don't do mods and stuff here. You and your friends just finished the Pacific Standard Bank. If your high school is a nightmare, the last moment. Oh, the Pacific Standard is really hard at times, yeah. Pacific Standard was always fun, though. Back in the day, we used to have a method to get a Kuruma, like an armor Kuruma, and we used to use that. And now we just get a helicopter from the police station and land and pick it up. Yeah, it is a social problem a lot of times. It's a lot of people out there, they don't understand when they need to, you know, have a little bit of kind of I don't know. It's I don't know. So I just think some people don't know when is not, you know, when they shouldn't say something. Just because they can doesn't mean they should, and I just think some people just don't understand that. You know, I can say anything I want. You know, doesn't mean I don't know. I choose to censor myself in certain ways because I know it might affect other people negatively, or because I think it's wrong. So, yeah. So the way that I do it is that obviously I can't moderate everywhere, but in my specific areas I will ban it, like certain things. But obviously, as a country, as a government, I don't think that they should ban stuff like that. I think that as a country, you should ensure freedom of speech. But I do believe that businesses also have a right to censor, though. Private businesses don't owe anything to the, you know, to like things like that. So, and likewise, people on like Twitch and Discord, you know, we have our rights to choose what we censor and what we choose not to allow. But I don't want governments to get rid of stuff like that. In the UK, we don't have a in the UK, we don't have any sort of like protections to the freedom of speech. We don't have like you know, like the Constitution. We don't have things like that. But we typically do have, you know, we have freedom to say basically most things, like 99.9% things. You can get charged for things like hate crime though now. which I think is good, because there are some real scummy people out there that will say some very horrible stuff to people. You have a friend who uses it just because he can say it against other people. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like some people will use things, and I guess you just have to educate people not to. Yeah. I know not to hang with people like that, so that's the thing. Like it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of good because it kind of shows you not who you shouldn't hang out with. If I was like, I know people. I have a few people who I'm still like I know them, and they're still fairly racist and the stuff they say, and like I completely disagree with it. It's hard because like it's hard because it's been like a long-term friendship, but if I was with someone and they said something like the N word or someone, I would be like, look, I'm done, mate, I'm gone. Like if they yeah, like I'd just be like, I'm done, I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like if I was with someone and they started like saying some shit to like so like a Polish person for speaking Polish, I'd be like, look, mate, I'm done with you. Goodbye. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Blocked. You know, just because they can say something doesn't mean they should. So I guess, but then some people just don't care. It's hard. It is an educational thing in a sense and social thing. But so far, I've not had that situation arise. I've not had that situation arise yet. I mean, I'm sure it will happen one day.
As much as I love having product that could get...
But then again, the people I hang out with these days aren't like that. Like I've been very selective of who I hang out with these days. When I was like a teenager, yeah, you don't really, you know, when you're in school, you hang with all sorts of people. But as an adult, I'm very selective who I hang out with now. So I don't come across that, thankfully. I'm sure it'll happen one day. I'm sure like a friend of a friend is gonna. I already know it's gonna happen someday with like a friend of a friend type thing, and that situation is like, you know, you're gonna say, look, I'm not gonna hang out with you if you're gonna hang out with them, type of thing. But it's not happened to me yet. The stereotypes the UK get. Oh man, some very interesting stereotypes. It's tricky. Yeah, you're still in that optimistic phase. I mean, you're good on you for trying to show them that it's not right. I've given up on that years ago. I tried for years and I gave up with all that. But good on you for being optimistic and trying to show people like you might very well change someone's perception. I mean, I was very different. I've said it before, I was a very, very, very different person when I was younger. I was much, much, much more conservative in my views. Like a complete different person, and I've done a complete 180 in the last 10 years, so it's very possible that you may cause someone to have a complete change in their perception. So yeah, you never know. You never know, something you say might be the right thing that makes them think. You don't drink tea and you're British. Are you British? I don't drink tea either. I hate tea. I despise it. It's a horrible, horrible drink to me. It's literally leaves that have been dissolved in water. I think that is absolutely vile. But, you know, to each their own. No. To each their own. I you know, I mean... if there's ever a tea shortage, I will not be the one who... I'll be able to survive it. Mm-hmm. Who really hates you for no reason, turn your friends on you and then mention something about you. Yeah, I hate when people do that. That's the one thing that you shouldn't like target someone's family either. If you have a personal grudge with someone, hash it out. Don't target someone else's family either. Yeah, some people are too far gone, I find, or they need a lot more work than what most people could give. Some people will follow into that rabbit hole and they'll never get out, but you never know. Where'd you get it? You have to scan. You have to find the intel first. So you need to like go to the villa and get it ticked off on your intel. and then you do there's a prep for it once you got that. Yeah, a lot of people use that way that, oh, we're in friends, you know, we're in a friend group, you don't need to be all nice. Yeah, it's hard, and you know what's difficult? You know what's difficult? Peer pressure. When you're younger especially, it's much harder to tell someone to fuck off if they're being a scumbag or if they're doing something wrong. When you're an adult, it's still hard, but I find it a lot easier now, because if I don't like someone, I will just drop them if I don't want to deal with them. But as a kid, when you're in school, oof, sometimes I don't blame kids for falling into peer pressure, because sometimes it's easier than risking losing all your friends. You know, I don't expect kids to put up, I mean, it's great when they do, but I don't expect kids to put up a big front on things like that, because, you know, it's hard. As an adult, though, you can really have a lot more power in who you want to associate with. You never say anything, be watched. Yeah, it's easy. I also fell into a lot of that when I was younger. I think it's very easy when you're a teenager to fall into that kind of grouping, believe things that you shouldn't believe, and believe certain ideas that you shouldn't really hop for, and it's hard. But you know, it's difficult. It's difficult to you know, you get something in your head and it makes sense, and then you start believing more of it, and then, you know, soon you kind of just like fully in it. And then you have that kind of sunken cost fallacy where you don't want to, you know, you've put so much time into it. Whenever you have like a moment of kind of realization, why am I wasting my time with this? You've already put so much time and effort into it. You don't want to drop it, because you lose people you've made friendships with. You waste all that time. It's hard. I fully understand. Yeah, like I do fully believe that most people who are falling into that stuff could get out, but it's just, I'm not patient. I'm not a patient man. That's for sure. So I don't think I'm the best at it, but I know that there's people out there that spend time to try to talk to the people and kind of convince them, show them that there's more to it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they teenagers are a fantastic source to hook on. Exactly. I was exactly that. When I was between 15 and 18 especially, I was very, very much in that whole mindset. And as I got older and I got away from all that, but it's so easy to fall into that trap. Yeah, and they do prey on younger people, 100%. 100%. Alright, G-Up, have a good one. Enjoy your night. Try and get in shape since you enter in the big world and the strange things into your life. Yep. Good idea. You got kicked out of your friends group for not doing something. I just stopped and eventually they came back to you inside. Teenagers, man. Teenagers, man. Teenagers, not the most logical people at times. I won't lie. Let's face it. I mean, I know what it's like to be a teenager. Man, the amount of stupid stuff and the stupid things I did, and the things that we would fall out on was just the most stupid stuff I've ever. I think to myself now, why did I fall out with some of my friends because of the most stupid things? Like, literally because of a game I didn't like, or they didn't like. What was that? Some weird times, man. I would not go back. You were 12 to 14. Oh yeah, 12 to 14 in these days. Man, they're everywhere these days when it comes to things like YouTube and Twitter. They'll utilize social media. People like that are so good at utilizing social media, it's scary. They know exactly how to take advantage. It's terrifying. You should sign up for Tokyo Drift. He needs you. Yeah. Oh yeah. My driving skills are impeccable, as you can tell. I mean, I'm only crashing into everything. This van drifts. This van's really slippery, but then in the snow it's sort of rift. Look at it. It just has no control, no grip. People get body shamed sometimes, like I'm skinny. Oh yeah, people who try to body shame as well. Yeah, body shaming's stupid. I don't know why. Like, who cares? Like, worry about your own body. Don't worry about other people's bodies. Like, if you're a doctor and you have a really morbidly obese patient, yes, I can understand fully why you may tell them to lose weight. But otherwise, if you're just a random person, it's not really any of your business. That's why whenever I get that though. When I was young though, yeah, people aren't always the nicest about your stuff, about how you look, and if you're skinny you're bad, if you're a little bit overweight you're bad, if you're not basically what they think is acceptable, even when you are exactly what they want, they still say you're bad. You know what I mean? Like they'll say to you might have like a really good body, really healthy, and they'll still make fun of it. They'll find some way to make. Teenagers are savages, man. I hear this all the time from from teachers. Teenagers are savages, man. They'll find a way to they'll find a way to find your insecurity. Like the minute you enter the room, they'll be looking for your insecurity, and once they find your insecurity, they will utilize it. And I completely agree with that, because I remember exactly how it was when I was a teenager, and how everyone was when around us. Every little thing you did, every little thing the teacher did wrong was picked up on. The minute they walked in, they would find exactly. Literally, the minute they walked in, everyone was like ready to, the new sub or the new teacher, boom, they would have you. They would have them. Yeah, it happened every time. Man. So, like I said, teenagers are teenagers. It's when they don't grow up out of it. That's the problem. That's when they stay like that as an adult. That's when the problem arises for me. Your friends fell out over the Widowmaker and who buys it first. Oh my days. Yeah, legit though. Legit. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. People fall out of the most... Man, I do not miss being a teenager. And I couldn't imagine being a teenager today in like mobile phone world and everything. Oof. Ugh. Yeah, true. Sometimes people get told something themselves and then they'll use it on someone else, yeah. Or they'll hear someone else do it because of peer pressure. It's mad. You may have the MC sale. Nice, Kasiga. What did you sell? Sometimes you assume yourself since you say you're trying to get in shape, but you don't. It's like, yeah, don't be hard on you. Don't be hard on yourself. I said I was going to get into shape 10 years ago. It's been 10 years. I'm still not in shape. Look, don't be hard on yourself. Do what you can. Don't worry about it. Only just, just take baby steps with it. Take baby steps with it. There's nothing wrong with not being able to do something straight away, or losing a little bit of motivation. You know what I mean? You're gonna have many years in your life to live. You know what I mean? Don't worry about getting it all done right now. Remember before 6th grade you were bullied hard but got stronger as a year? Yeah, people do tend to get stronger from it, but they'll get numb to it, I suppose. But then it's like, it's hard, man. Because you say it's hard because kids shouldn't bully, but it's kids, man. It's kids. It's hard, man. It's hard dealing with kids. With an adult, you know what's right and wrong. You know you shouldn't do that or you shouldn't do this. But as a kid, it's hard to kind of explain to someone why it's bad. They don't understand yet. Some do, not all do though. Some haven't got to that point yet where they can empathise with other people. Sadly, there's so many complexities. This is why I wouldn't want to be a teacher, man. There's so many complexities with teenagers and kids in general. I wouldn't want to be a teacher. It's so much to worry about. All you can do really is when you have your kids, if you have kids, of course, try to bring them up to be good people, and because a lot of kids who are bullies and all that come from really bad families where they don't know any better, or they'll come from like situations where they get bullied by their parents or by someone else. It's hard. So all you can really do is control your kids, in a sense of teach them to be good people and well-rounded, and to have empathy for others. That's what you can redo. You have a slightly less, a deeper voice, and your friends, you're a squeaker than a rat. Oh my days. I think everyone goes through that. Oh my days. I remember when I went on, when I was a kid, when I was like 11 years old and I went on PS3 online, man, the minute I put my mic on, everyone's like, oh, this squeaker, man. The amount of times I had to put up with that. Oh my days, man. And still, people take the piss out of people whose voices crack. My voice still cracks on stream. Man. But when you're a kid, man, you get super insecure when you're a kid, though. I don't blame. But, man, it's... Why do people take the piss out of your voice breaking? You know what I mean? But people do. Like, me and Joe were talking about that a while back, where Joe was saying that his friends were messing with him because of that. Why? You know what I mean? It's a thing you go through. You go through puberty. I'm 26. My voice still cracks at times. You know what I mean? Like I said, kids will find ways to get your insecurity. That's they're like sharks in water. They'll get you. They'll get you. If you even show even a bit of it. Yeah. Oh man. That's why I would never be a teacher, man. I would be terrified to go into a classroom full of teenagers today. I'd be, they'd have their phones out recording, Nah, I couldn't do it. You have a friend go on Xbox account, send messages to online friends that you didn't have contact with anyone, cause them to block you. Oh, no, that's horrible. Yeah, screwing other people's friendships and relationship up. You should never mess with someone else's friendship or relationship. It's not even a funny joke. It's stupid. Unless if they're in on it, of course. If you know that person as a mutual friend and you joke with them and say, okay, look, we'll trick them and into thinking you don't want to be. Maybe if it depends on the humor. It depends on the person you're joking about. You have to know their humor. You're bullying year 6. You're being bullied hard right now. You're weak and lost all your primary friends. That sucks, man. I would say it gets better, but then like that's such a cop out. That's like you hear it everywhere. You always hear adults and teachers say it'll get better eventually. And you'll say, oh, go tell the teacher, go tell this person that they're doing that, and it's all it's all like it's all stuff you've heard before. Like it's hard. Because, like, I know a lot of adults will say from their own experience, but, like, ultimately it was their experience, not yours. So your experience, just because they were able to fix it or change it because of their experience doesn't mean it will help you in any way. So I get that. I don't even know what to really say. I mean, it's shit. It's just horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could give you advice, but, like, like I said, it's all stuff you would have heard before. It's all... It may not necessarily help you.
What's up? So glad you could make it, man. Seriously.
No, it's hard, man.
Fucking A. You're for real, man.
And like I said, when you're a kid, you can't really just dodge those people. As an adult, if people treat you like shit, you can just dodge them. You can move out, find someone else, move somewhere else, find people that appreciate you. But as a kid, it's so hard because you're stuck in a class with people. You're stuck in the same school for years. You can't just change and move somewhere else or find a new friend group so easily. You got both for 3 years straight. Feel like even worse. Yeah. It's just mad. It's mad. Your voice been cracking a lot lately, Kasiga. Oh man, I was so excited my voice cracked for the first time. So excited to get a deeper voice. I was like 13 or so. 13, 14. And then my voice never got super deep. You're 23, can't grow a freaking beard. Yeah, man, I'm 26. My beard's growing skills is terrible. I've just kind of stuck to a mustache. I'm just going for the Tom Selleck porn stash because I can't do a proper beard. Like, I can't do the cheeks. The rest of it's fine. The bottom and kind of the lower cheek is fine, but like halfway up the cheek it just stops. So I've given up with trying a beard. I just keep it like stubble. Hey, Mr. High Raccoon. You want to be a teacher because you feel like you know what's going on. Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to be a teacher, it's a very good job. It's a very honourable job. Hard job. I wouldn't want to be a teacher myself, but a very honourable job. For, you might help a kid out there who actually, who might be going through the same thing, so you never know. I want a flatbed truck so bad and they have them in the cargo truck. Well, not long to go until they'll be added at least, so you'll be able to get it soon. Zombie Destro 1, thank you for following. Mr. Hyricune, thank you for hosting. Thank you, Captain. I mean, I appreciate when people say that I should get more viewers. I'm happy with what I have. I couldn't answer everyone. If I had like 50, 60 people talking to me at once, I'd be struggling. I'm already struggling to keep up with the chat at times, and I could imagine how some of these bigger streamers do it. They're mad. Talking about you, your best friend cares about you, and he told me it's good friends. Oh, so they're talking like kind of behind your back type thing. They're kind of being shit stirrers and like backstab. Oh man, man, teenagers, man. So, I want to pound into the head. Look. Think about other people. Empathy. But the thing is about teenagers, especially men or boys at the time, I guess, males, their brains do not fully develop, and my brain was still not there like until last year or so. I noticed over my 20s my thinking process changed hugely, and that was in my 20s. when you're a teenager, your brain is still so undeveloped. It's insane. I know when you're a teenager, when you get to 18, you feel like a grown up. You're an adult. You know, you're an adult now. You're fully grown, but you're not. Your brain's still developing, and it's hard, man. I want to pound in the head. Look, empathy. Think about other people's views. Think about how it feels for them to put up with it. I wish I had more empathy when I was younger. I really do. I wish when I was 18, I had more empathy. When I was 16, I had more empathy. There's so many times that I look back on now and think to myself, I could have, I could have dealt with so many situations better. Like things that I may have said or did that other people, I didn't really see why it upset other people. But now I think to myself, why did I do that? Why did I think like that? Why did I say that? And I wish I had the empathy that I have now to understand what it feels like to be in someone else's shoes and be like, you know, how they're feeling. It's hard. It's hindsight, man. It's hindsight, and adults will tell you that when you're a teenager that you'll one day wake up and realize and understand it. But you always think, nah, what do they know? They don't know what it's like to be a kid, and it's hard, man. I used to think to myself when adults would tell me what to do, I'd be like, oh, what do they know? I still do. To be fair, as I got older, I realized a lot of adults are still kids in reality. They just, they're still not sure what to do. You sound like every generic teen in a high school movie. You'll get through it, Kasiga. There you go. My voice just cracked a little bit there, Kasiga. Yeah, see what I mean? Even it still happens, man. It still happens. You never get noticed by bigger streamers when you put something in chat. Yeah, I try to keep up. It sometimes gets a bit tough, but I do try to keep up. It's hard. I don't know how big streamers do it. I don't know how big streamers keep with all the conversations. Your friend shows you how to fight like he's a good friend. Yeah, sometimes I do try to err from the side of, I like to go and err from fighting, but look, if they're, it's hard because one piece of advice doesn't fit all. You say to people, violence is never the answer, but there was a video I watched of an Australian kid. He had autism and he was being bullied by someone, and this kid jumped up and grabbed the guy and slam dunked him on the ground, and that kid never got messed with again. So sometimes I say, look, violence is never the answer, but you know what I mean? What? Oh no, I wouldn't. I'm not advocating violence. I think violence is the furthest thing you should do, but look, I'm not going to be there next to you to say, whatever, you do what you need to do, you know what I mean? Like if you need, ultimately you're going to be the one in that person. And if I'm going to say, look, I don't think violence is the answer, but look, I'm not going to be the one next to you. I'm not going to be the one standing there saying, controlling the situation, keeping it in control, that kind of thing. It's ultimately everyone has to make their own decision and their own mindset and what they do and how they deal with it. So, yeah, it's hard. How'd you go from year 11 to most mature? I'm in college. There are people who are older than me. I know 30-year-olds who are less mature. Maturity is something that you do yourself. It's something something that you've got to teach yourself. And there are adults now. There are 40-year-old adults who will bully you in work. I hate to say this, but look, bullying doesn't end when you leave school. There will be adults, full-grown adults, 40, 50, 6-year-olds in work bullying you because of your hairstyle or because of something you did or because you may not be friends with them. It's a horrible situation. I like to say that adults are better, but adults are just as guilty in a lot of ways. Not all adults, you should definitely try to teach yourself to be mature. It's experience. A lot of it is experience. Like you may know what's right, but you may not be able to actually execute upon it in person at the time. So just keep up to it. Keep up, do your best, and just learn. Always be learning. Always be learning from your experiences. It's sad, but that's unfortunately how it is. I wish it wasn't. I hate it myself, but. And obviously, when you're at work, you can't go and just knock someone out. I mean, you could, but you'll probably get fired. Not the best idea. You're probably one of the only people who hasn't been bullied or bullied. Yeah, you're like I don't know the statistics, but I know a lot of people get bullied or it's quite a lot, and there's a lot of overlap between people who get bullied and bully other people. So yeah, you're quite fortunate in that sense, Joe. I mean, you may not be out of the woods yet, though. Like I said, when you get an adult, you can still come across people, scumbags. Should a class to protect yourself? You're locked down in the first year. Yeah, only for defense. If I wouldn't go and knock someone out unless if they attack me first. But If someone comes and starts beating on you, I think you I think that's something that you should definitely, you know, if you feel like you need, you know, if you feel like fighting back, that's up to you. That's entirely on your, you know, decision making. I know adults will say, "Oh, don't fight back, just go get a teacher," but let's face it, you know, realistically, used to bully people a lot in primary school. Not proud of it. I mean, it's good that you can own up to it, Kasiga, because it is hard to own up to it. When it's hard to own up to something you've done wrong. It's the first step to correcting it, is to own up to something you did wrong, so that you can improve yourself. And it's good that you realise and recognise why it's bad. Knowledge is more important than secondary school. Yeah, look, trust me, girlfriends will come and go, right? The girlfriend that you have at high school is probably not going to be the person you're going to marry and be with for the rest of your life. So don't worry about girlfriends. You know, they're nice if you can get one, or boyfriends or whatever. They're nice. You know, it's fun, it's exciting, but look, don't worry about it. You know, knowledge, education, experience, stuff like that. There'll always be many opportunities for relationships further on in life. Trust me. You may just be living your life normally, and next thing you know, you get someone new. You find someone in the complete random place that you never thought. School fights are the highlight of your day, man. School fights were crazy in my school. It was all fun and games though until someone brought a knife. At which point, yeah, not so fun. To be fair, most of the people fighting were people who were then friends later on. Like, they would literally fight and then they would become friends again by the end of the day, so... Yeah, I don't know. I can't really say much on them. They were interesting people. You were heavily bullied from ages of 8 to 16, grew up at school. Yeah. Yeah, don't rise to it if possible. Like I said, if they physically harm you, then it's up to you if you want to fight back or not, but... Yeah. So you get a lot... The girls will probably only care about money sometimes. When you're in secondary school, a lot of girls, a lot of guys, very immature, very much just not in the right mindsets. Yeah, everyone's just kind of, hormones are everywhere. I know it sounds quite, it's quite like, I don't know, what would it be? The typical response are hormones, but it's true. It's true. And you thought you're destined to be... Yeah, honestly, trust me, you'll never know. You'll never know who you might end up with. It's insane. It's insane. Let life take you where life will take you. Don't hold up too much on one person or one idea, one dream. I had moments where I thought, like, oh, this person, I'm going to be... You know, we're going to have a great time and a great life, but then it never worked out. You know what I mean? You have plenty of years. The thing is, when you're in secondary school, when you're in high school, think about it this way. When you're like 16, half your life is 8 years. So it feels like, when you're in secondary school, it feels like you've been there for such a long time. Like, it's such a long part of your life, right? But as you get older and older, you know, that time just gets longer and longer and longer. Because when I was in secondary school, everything felt like, this is my life now. This is my entire life. And I look back and think to myself, really, I'd only experienced, what, less than 2 decades on this planet? And I've still got another bunch to go. I mean, I've gone through a lot in 10 years, and I think to myself, geez, I didn't have a clue why I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking that, like, oh, I need to get this girlfriend now, and, you know, we're gonna have this great life. When I was like, what, 16? It's mad. It's weird, the perception of time. It's weird how it works. You had a fight to prove he was tougher. I like how you had like a fight which was just to purely prove who was tougher, not like even nothing else. Just, I mean, fair. I mean, if you know, if it's mutual and consensual, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I think I've had like 4 fights in school where they were in primary. Well, at least I haven't had any in secondary yet, or middle, or whatever school you have. You should be strong in primary because you always picked on your friends and ran around me. Oh, so you picked them up? Yeah, man, there was someone who used to be able to pick up everyone in my school. Getting picked up was so weird, and I was mad. Some of the strongest people in my primary school though weren't the strongest in secondary, and vice versa. Very weird. Some of the weakest people in primary ended up being the strongest. You should be a motivational speaker. Oh, I'm not very good at like speaking in front of like crowds. I'm terrible at crowds. It's not the best for me. See, it's it's weird because when you think about it, like, you know, some of these Twitch streamers who stream for like 1,000 people. Think about 1,000 people in a stadium. They talk to 1,000 people every day, like it's nothing. But then think about 1,000 people in a stadium listening to you. That's an insane amount of people. Like, yeah, I'm talking to what, 17 people right now. You know, but when you put that into a room, that's like half a class of people. That's like half a class of people sitting there listening to you. That's weird. That's such a crazy thought. Yeah, you were like twin lookalikes and you had a fight and you ended up leaving school. Ah, that sucks, man. When you get older and you start realizing, man, there was some friendships that I wish I could go back and change and reconsider. You're the weakest in your secondary. Yeah, it's I used to be one of the shortest people, so it wasn't the greatest. I was always like one of the worst people in PE as well, so I'd say I was probably quite weak too. But yeah, it's mad. Not strong as just cool, but you say you're most experienced. Hey, experience can win. Strength is great, but experience can win. Like, I wouldn't want to go up against someone who's a martial artist, even if they were like, you know, even if I was taller and stronger than them, I wouldn't really want to go against someone because I'm not experienced at all. I wouldn't want to go up against a martial artist one bit. I'd probably get smashed. There was a point where they didn't get any views, so yeah, true. You get used to it. Although, you know, but then at some point chat just becomes a blur. I couldn't do it. Hey Spade, I'm just talking to people at the moment. You done boxing, kickboxing? Ah, jeez, Joe. Yeah, you definitely way more experience than most people, I imagine. Most people don't do any sort of martial arts or boxing or anything like that. Yeah, I'm very much of the mindset where I just want to have enough money in life just to live. I just want to have a decent house, modest income. You know, make sure I can provide everything I need for kids and all that, and that's all right. I don't want a fancy car. I just want a car that gets good mileage and economical. Miss sleeping a king garden after lunch. Ah, good times. They use slow mode. Even if you use slow mode though, if you have like 1,000 people, it's just a blur. It's just a blur at that point. I couldn't keep up with that. I find it hard to keep up with 20 people. I find it hard to keep up with 10 people. So I couldn't imagine keeping up with 100. It just would be insane. The amount of different like people to talk to and trying to remember who they are, and you know, because I can remember. I'm quite good at remembering people's names, but when you throw 100 people, when I could not remember 100 people's names, I really couldn't. Jiu-jitsu and a bit of kickboxing, yeah. It's good to learn something like that. Good for your mind too. Good for mental health and good for your discipline. Yeah, you still got time to grow, Joe. Unfortunately, I've hit my height. I'll never be 6 foot, but whatever. I'll never care enough anyway. Did we do my heist, Rebecca? Yeah, we did one. Yeah, we did this. We did the second one, didn't we? All right, cool. Completely forgot. Well, still, I want an electric car that's economical, not too expensive, and gets a good amount of distance on the charge. It'll just go from miles per gallon to miles per milliamp. I don't know.
Take the money.
Okay.
Yeah, get some sleep though. Definitely, Joe. Trust me. Don't get to my age and not have good sleep. You'll never sleep properly. You'll never sleep properly. I still can't sleep well. I still can't sleep well, and it's been so many years. Yep. 6'2" is a dream. Ooh, that's a good height. Kasiga's 5'7". You're quite tall, Kasiga. You're probably you could probably get to 6. You went to set 1 and PE and so many friends. You can't be in there. I improved. Well, hey, you just gotta keep going one day at a time, man. If you have a goal, like you want to get in shape, one day at a time. One day at a time. Don't, you know, I know it's easy to kind of overthink and like want to get there straight away. Take it one step at a time, one day at a time. You know, You do some weights that day. You do some dumbbell exercises. Hey, it may not change. You may not have the really big muscle and everything straight away, but hey, you know you've done your daily duty. You've done that. You've done your work for today. Just keep going for it. Your family's quite full of quite big people, so you pray. Yeah, you probably will, Joe. You probably will. Yeah, you'll probably you would most likely get to your goal. Yeah, me and Rebecca are done. Me and Rebecca are done. You guys are still in your prime of your life. You still you still got loads of time for growth. Don't be like us. Don't regret. Don't regret that we didn't grow enough. Good luck, Joe. I hope you can, man. I hope everyone can reach their goals, whatever they may or may not be. My goal is gonna be. I actually have no goals. I've got no goals when it comes to stuff like that. But hey, I hope everyone else can hit their goals. I'm glad you told you about your life to someone who's caring funny. Honestly, finding people who can appreciate and talking about your stuff, that's one of the best ways for people to feel better about life also, but also just in general, just talking to people really helps. It's hard to find people to talk to when you're younger and in school. But definitely one thing, if you ever, whenever you need to talk, that's one thing I love about the Discord. We talk about all sorts of weird stuff in there. Just even the most stupid things, and it's just good to talk sometimes. Yeah. You want to be mid-strong and not buff. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Ultimately, be what you want to be. Even if, whether it's muscly, very big bodybuilder, or just a bit, bit of strength here, good stamina. Who cares? Be what you want to be. No one else should tell you otherwise. No one should tell you that you need to be a certain way. Just you. You're the only one who decides. They thought, yeah. When you're talking to, it's hard, man. Yeah, I there's some things. I'll be honest. There's some things. I have friends from school that I would never mention anything about my mental health to any of them. To this day, I still wouldn't because they just wouldn't understand. They just wouldn't understand. We're just not like that. We're not in that. It's kind of, it's like a toxic kind of thing, masculinity type thing. But yeah, definitely find people you could talk to, and it's good to have good relationships, good friendships. Stop growing. All right, I love talking. I love talking to everyone here, but it is midnight now in the UK, 12:30, so I should be getting going. My next door neighbours are a little bit annoyed, I would imagine, that they hear me talking at this time. So I'll be back tomorrow for streaming. I might do LTSs tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Maybe GT LTSs. You're off, aren't you, Rebecca? So yeah, maybe LTSs. Oh, thanks for sending me a link to Pornhub. I'll be watching that later. Thank you. Yeah, so take care, everyone. Have a great night. Yeah, God bless. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.